Welcome back to the Enough is Enough podcast. Today's topic: after filing, do not waiver. Many codependents end up stopping the divorce, going back to the narc, and they pay an incredibly high cost. I don't want that to happen to you. God doesn't want that to happen to you. God wants you away from the narc. He is not interested in saving that marriage, I am telling you, because the narc's not going to change. He's fine with you ending the abusive marriage. The fact is, the narc has already ended the marriage. He has destroyed it, or she has destroyed it. You're just formalizing that reality. God wants you and your children to stop suffering and to be healed and to have a new life of freedom and peace. That's the desire of God's heart for you, not to continue in misery and destruction and horror with an evil person. Satan, different story. Satan wants you to stay. Oh, he's desperate for you to stay. And he'll use other foolish, clueless people, including pastors and Christian authors and so-called experts, major Christian ministries, to get you to stay. They don't know they're being used by Satan. They are, ultimately. I have 4 books that are your complete guide to leaving a narc. 20 Lies. That's how you start the codependent piece, getting strong enough to get ready to leave. Enough is Enough, exactly how to leave and biblical support for leaving a narc. Escaping your narcissist, going through the divorce process, which you're going to do. I'll guide you through it, all the ins and outs, what not to do, what to do. And then finally, when you're done and you need to heal in the aftermath, because even a necessary divorce is difficult and painful and traumatic. I didn't want a divorce. Now what? All these books are on my website, davideclarke.phd.com. Now, along with all my resources for a marriage in crisis, including my phone advice service, the website is the way to go. You want to talk to me directly? You can do that. Also on my website is my brand new online video series. Many are taking advantage of this for a very reasonable price. The Freedom from Your Narc Journey. This series gives you an overview of the entire escape process. 4 hours of video content. Of course, of me talking. What could be better than that? Okay, now today's topic, as I continue in my series based on my new book, Escaping Your Narcissist. Do not waiver. After filing, do not waiver. By filing, you are making a frontal assault on the narc's view of himself. Nothing is more precious to him than his view of himself. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the kids. He doesn't care about the marriage. He just cares about looking good. The narc sees himself as perfect. He's not just smarter than you. He's smarter than everyone. He is simply incapable of mistakes. He is a wonderful, special person. That's why your filing will be the ultimate insult to him. Too bad. With the filing, you are telling him and the entire world he's not perfect. You are rejecting him because he has wounded you deeply with his abusive behavior. The narc will do all he can to maintain his image to himself, your children, family members, church leaders, friends, and everybody you both know. The narc wants you to stop the divorce, not because he loves you. That's a joke. He's never loved you. He's incapable of loving you. He only loves himself. And not because he realizes how much he's damaged you, even though he'll probably tell you that. He couldn't care less. If you are damaged, it's your fault. Not because he intends to spend 8 months to a year working to change. He's never going to do that. Are you kidding? You don't change when you're perfect. He wants you to drop the divorce because he wants to take control back from you. Control is most important to a narc. Buy time so he can figure out how to keep more of his money. Work on the kids so they'll turn on you. Look good to the kids, family, friends, your pastor, the community. He'll say, I'm fighting for my marriage. What a liar. He's destroyed the marriage. And he'll discredit all you are saying about him and discredit you. The character assassination will know no limits. If you change your mind, and I've had many good, especially ladies, some men, change their minds and pause the divorce or stop the divorce process, here's what happens, and it's not pretty. You will pay a horrendous price. Your position that he is an abusive narc, which is absolutely true, is wiped out, gone. You have now taken that off the table because you paused the divorce. Your credibility is gone, shattered. No one will believe what you say about him from now on. It's a high price to pay. The narc will gleefully say to others, including your children, well, if I'm so abusive and I'm so bad, why did she pause the divorce? Why did she cancel it? Why is she going to marriage counseling with me? You see, he'll use it against you. He'll shove it down your throat. Your children, who mean more to you than anyone else, and I know that, other than God himself, they'll lose faith in you. They can't trust you, and they'll actually side with him. He will make you out to be a liar, and he'll be convincing, and it will be your own fault. If you waver, the abuse gets worse, not better. He is promising you that he'll never abuse you again. Are you kidding me? It'll be worse than it ever was. If you are foolish enough to waver, even if you don't take him back, he'll try for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then go back to his true self, his abusive self. He will sell you on the fact that life will be different, and he'll fool you again. As you hear these words, if you still have doubts about the divorce decision and feel guilty, get my book, 20 Lies, from my website, and it will get you back on track. It will empower you and strip away your codependency, which still is operational. The narc will become even more abusive to you because you had the nerve to file. He will never, ever forgive you for filing on him, ever. He will never stop making you suffer for filing. He will make your life even more of a living hell than he already has. Now, don't despair if you're thinking, oh, Dave, really? Dr. Clarke, I have wavered. I have changed my mind. I have stopped the divorce process, paused it, and I gave him another try. Okay, it happens. Don't despair if you've made that mistake. Get back on track legally. Move forward with the divorce. Get right back on track. Not the end of the world. It's going to be more difficult, but okay. Do what you can to repair the damage to your credibility, especially with your kids. You can explain to the kids, look, I believed him. I was wrong. I thought Dad was different. I want this marriage to work, and I thought he changed. He had not. So do your best. Explain why you wavered, apologize for doing so, and encourage the kids to talk through their feelings about it. And I'm telling you right now, if you've wavered and you've gotten back on track, do not waver again. Follow through. Assure your children and support team that you will not change your mind again. Some might not believe you. Okay, you'll have to prove it to them. You might lose some support team members, okay, because you disappointed them and lost their trust. People who were on your team and they were rooting you on and they were spending time and effort, and then to have you drop it and take the narc back, those relationships might be gone. Okay, you have to build more. Get a new support team in place. Now, if you want to join our team and help get spouses out of abusive marriages, because that's our lane now, subscribe to my podcast and leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts.